The red clay of Madrid is heating up, and the action is absolutely relentless right now. Coco Gauff has officially booked her spot in the third round after a dominant performance that saw her storm back to cruise past Leolia Jeanjean in straight sets. It was a high-octane display where Gauff showcased exactly why she is a force to be reckoned with on the surface by winning the final 9 games of the match.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
While Coco Gauff was finding her rhythm on the main court, the tournament saw a total shocker involving Anastasia Potapova. After arriving at the venue with no expectations of playing, Potapova received a call to action just 35 minutes before her match due to a sudden withdrawal by Madison Keys. She didn't miss a beat, stepping onto the court on practically zero notice to secure a commanding victory against Zhang Shuai. In a surprisingly candid moment after her win, Coco Gauff opened up about her complicated relationship with red clay. Despite her massive success at Roland Garros, she joked that playing on dirt feels like a bad romance because of the unpredictability of the surface. It is a fascinating look into the mindset of a champion who admits she needs stability, even while she consistently dominates the most unstable courts in the game. With these massive results in the books, the Madrid Open is shaping up to be an unforgettable tournament for every player left in the draw. We are tracking every serve, every slide, and every comeback as the competition intensifies toward the finals. If you want to stay in the loop with all the latest tennis news and deep dives, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon for instant updates. Is Coco Gauff finally finding her rhythm on the clay? If you were watching the Madrid Open, the answer seems to be a resounding yes. Gauff just powered her way into the third round with a clinical 6-3, 6-0 victory over Leolia Jeanjean, and while the scoreboard might look like a total blowout, the reality on the court was a bit grittier. The first set was actually a real test. Gauff found herself down 2 service breaks early on, showing us that even the world's best have to shake off the rust sometimes. But that is exactly what separates the top seeds from the rest of the field, the ability to pivot. Once she recalibrated, she turned the heat up, finishing the opener and then absolutely cruising through the second set in a masterclass of momentum. What really caught my eye? 0 double faults. That is a massive milestone for her confidence on serve, something we haven't seen since her run in Wuhan last year. Stats don't lie, and with 28 WTA 1000 clay wins since 2019, she is sitting in elite company right alongside Iga Swiatek and Aryna Sabalenka. She is now set to face Sorana Cirstea, and it's going to be a fascinating matchup. Do you think Gauff has what it takes to go all the way in Madrid? Drop a comment below and let me know your pick. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tennis updates. After all, in a sport defined by inches and margins, momentum is everything. Ever wonder what it's like to go from a casual practice session to center court in just 35 minutes? That is exactly the chaotic, high-stakes reality of the WTA Tour, and we saw it play out in spectacular fashion at the Madrid Open. First, let's talk about Coco Gauff. The world number 3 is officially back in the third round, but it wasn't the smoothest start. She faced qualifier Leolia Jeanjean, who brought a rhythm so unorthodox it forced Gauff into some acrobatic jump backhands just to keep the ball in play. But that is what makes Gauff special. She figured it out. After a slightly shaky start where her serve felt a bit vulnerable, she locked in, rattled off 9 straight games, and turned a potential struggle into a clinical 6-3, 6-0 statement. It is that ability to adapt on the fly that separates the contenders from the champions. Next up, she gets a rematch against veteran Sorana Cirstea, which should be an absolute fireworks display. But the real story of the day might just be Anastasia Potapova. Imagine being a lucky loser, having mentally checked out for the day, only to have a supervisor walk onto your practice court and tell you you're filling in for Madison Keys in 35 minutes. Most players would crumble under that kind of pressure, but Potapova, she didn't even blink. She walked out and dismantled Zhang Shuai 6-3, 6-1. It proves that sometimes the best preparation isn't another practice session. It's a clear head and pure instinct. What do you think? Does this late-run momentum give these players an edge, or will the fatigue catch up? Drop a comment below and let me know, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of tennis. Because in this sport, the script can change before you even step onto the court. Ever felt like you're in a relationship where everything is technically perfect, but the spark just isn't? Well, tennis superstar Coco Gauff has officially filed for its complicated with, of all things, red clay. After a total demolition of Leolia Jeanjean in Madrid, winning 9 games on the trot, Coco didn't talk about her tactical masterclass. Instead, she got real about her love-hate dynamic with the dirt. She described it like dating the nice guy who treats you well, but the chemistry. Non-existent. Honestly, it's refreshing to hear a pro admit that even when they're winning, the process can be a messy, frustrating slog. Between the perpetual dirty socks and the inevitable scrapes from hitting the deck, Coco says the surface just gives her the icks. And that makes total sense. Hard courts are reliable, predictable, and steady. Clay, on the other hand, is the flaky partner you can never quite trust. Yet, here is the irony. That exact instability is where Gauff thrives. Remember last June? When the pressure of the French Open final was at a breaking point, Gauff didn't crack. She channeled that unpredictable, stormy energy to stage an incredible comeback against Aryna Sabalenka, proving that while she might find the dirt unstable, she's the most composed person on it. Her speed, her stamina, and that blistering backhand turned the chaos of clay into her personal playground. It turns out, she's realized that winning on red isn't about forcing perfection. It's about trusting the conditions, leaning into the altitude, and letting the surface do the heavy lifting for you. It's a masterclass in adaptation. So, will she keep this bad romance going all the way to another title? I'd put my money on yes. What do you think? Is Coco the most exciting player to watch when the chips are down? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more tennis deep dives, and remember, sometimes the surface you trust the least is exactly where you're destined to shine. Ever wondered what happens when a rising sensation faces off against the gritty, relentless spirit of a qualifier on the big stage? Well, the Madrid Open recently gave us exactly that spectacle as Leolia Jeanjean stepped onto the court to challenge the powerhouse Coco Gauff. It was the kind of clash that reminds us why tennis remains the ultimate test of nerves. Gauff, always looking to dictate play with that signature athleticism, had her hands full as Jeanjean dug deep to keep the rallies alive, turning what many expected to be a routine outing into a genuine tactical tug-of-war. Watching Gauff adapt under pressure while Jeanjean pushed the boundaries of her own game was pure theater. It is in these moments, the long, grinding rallies and the sudden shifts in momentum, that the true narrative of the tournament is written. If you haven't seen these highlights yet, you are missing out on some serious high-stakes drama that defined the day in Madrid. Make sure to hit that like button if you love dissecting these tactical battles, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Gauff has the edge to go all the way this season? Sometimes, it is not just about the win. It is about how much you are willing to fight when the world is watching.